Welcome to Present Poetry, a podcast where we sit back, relax, and enjoy some poets of the past and present. I'm your host, Erin Crittenden, and before we get started on this week's episode, I want to remind you that all of the material used in this podcast is either public domain or used with permission from the author or the author's estate. It's a fun time for all ages, so sit back, relax, and get ready to hear this week's featured poet. This week's featured poet is Saurin Desai. Saurin Desai is a creative writer, published author, award-winning podcaster, and creative writing and thinking coach. He has always been drawn to the big questions of existence, and he explores them by writing science fiction and fantasy stories, poetry, comedy sketches, and comics. His works include Beyond the Looking Glass, a collection of thought-provoking fantasy stories, and Solitude and Other Obsessions, a poetry anthology exploring identity and purpose. He also inspired over 5,000 individuals through workshops and coaching, not to mention his award-winning podcast, Bhagavad Gita for the Creative Soul, where he applies timeless teachings to modern challenges like creative burnout and imposter syndrome. We are reading a few of his poems that he sent to us through the form at presentpoetry.com. This poem is called The Flute. Elegant, work of art, simple, no moving part, pure woodwind instrument, just your breath blowing through, just your life flowing through, music created out of a void. Become the flute, let the universe play you, and, as it flows through your emptiness, as it forms out of your nothingness, as it becomes you, you'll know, the flute and flautist, they are one. This poem is called Solitude. Alone amidst the crowd, they say I love my own company, that I'm not a people's person, so I guess it must be true. I like to hide away, a week, a weekend, even a day, places where I'm not recognized, not that otherwise I am. I sit and contemplate on the unknowns of my mind, a deep, dark, mysterious place, though I visit it often. I do love my own company, would be alone in a crowd, but I do not seek solitude. Solitude seeks me. This poem is called To Tell You the Truth. I am sorry I did not ask you earlier. I meant to, but I was out at sea, stuck in a battle with a soul-draining black hole. I would have asked you earlier, but the Ministry of Despair asked me to add some more blues to the Aurora Borealis. I should have asked you earlier, but I went on a trip around the sun, and by the time I got back, we were under the reigns of an ancient empire. I am not the sun, but the moon, seeking some light with which to find the words you sprang in the air that night. I am now the tree under which we stood. You will come by someday. I am not yet a desert. You are not yet the rains. This poem is called Cosmic Science, Comets. What happens to comets each time they near the sun? Science say they sublimate, go straight from solid to gas. But I know they turn to liquid, the ice melting, creating pools vast enough to subsume galaxies. I know because my alter ego is one cosmic dirty snowball that melts every time I near you. My tears tear through my being and vanish into nothing. So today you learnt something new, Scientist am not. What I say is true. Cosmic as they are, comets cry too. This poem is called If I Were to Be Born to You. I'll take my first breath, and the sound you'll hear will be a war cry. And I'll be up on my feet before the cord is cut, to slice, with some sadness, the first of our links, with a sword made from sunshine. But no matter where I go, the path from me to you will always be a straight line. And since I would have learned to fight while still in your womb, I will step out in warrior gear. Of course, being my mother, you'd also want me to be civilized like the Westerners. But we must heed Gandhi, for when asked what he thought of Western civilization, he said it would be a wonderful idea. I'll sculpt an alternate universe with my very hands, and I hope that'll make you a proud mother. It will be difficult, but not impossible, since I would already know the solar system like the back of my hands by then, and I'll take life as my sparring partner, so that no matter how hard he'll hit me, he'll always help me up. Also, I hope your world will have enough sweetness, because I'll taste a lot of blood, including my own, and I've been told it's metallic and salty. Yes, we will miss my birthdays, but then there are children out there who do not even know the day of their birth. I'll celebrate mine with theirs, and I'll miss those childhood games, but I'll be a grand chess master by the time children learn to play, so that I will never ever be used as a pawn. And you might miss tucking me in to bed and asking me not to be afraid of the monsters that are afraid of the light, but don't you let that bother you, for I shall be the warrior of light, and darkness shall tremble in front of me, and children everywhere will sleep under the stars with their stomachs full and their hearts light. As for what I will do with my life, either I will sniff out trouble or trouble will smoke me out. And in the breaks between my battles, I will read and maybe write some poetry, so that I may remember to stay human, for the pain around will spill out by the ocean loads, even if I were to take every single hand and stretch it from here to the end of time. And I will think of you every time it rains. So will you please keep some chocolates with you, and give them to some children each time it rains, either outside or inside. And the first time I bleed, I won't look around for a Superman, but I will look for you, Super Mom, even if for a moment, I promise you. But I know you'll not be worried, because by then you would have turned into the heart of a tiger. And that is why I won't apologize to you, even though others might feel I have done you wrong, because my eyes will shine, my heart will sing, and my voice will be heard. Maybe one day I'll fall in love, or maybe I won't, but there will be no prom night, not in this life, not in our universe, for I will forever sleep with a sword by my side, and I will one day sleep forever by the sword, but you will not shed tears. I may have come in crying, but I will go away laughing, and you will bid me farewell with a smile. Yes? And whenever I am tired or frustrated, or even worse, feeling defeated, I will stand on a beach and see the ocean kiss the shore. I will think of what you once said to a room full of eager ears, that there will always be days like this. So I will look at the blisters and the bruises, and will thank those who gave them to me, for the scars will be my medals, and I'll wear them with pride. Till the day will come when I rule this universe, and whenever someone will come up to me and tell me how great I am, I will stop them and tell them that if they want to know true greatness, then they truly ought to meet my mother. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Present Poetry Podcast. If you enjoyed the show, feel free to like us, leave a review, or share us on social media. If you are a poet or you know someone who is, we would love to hear from you. You can reach out to us or submit your work through our website, which is www.presentpoetry.com. www.present-poetry.com. Again, that is www.present-poetry.com. We can't wait to hear from you.